Desert Hillbilly here again, coming to you from the beautiful Arizona desert. And I want to talk to you today about racism. Now, I'm sure you've all heard about the Desert Vista Six. My daughter goes to school there. She actually knows one of the girls. Uh, I guess we all know that those little girls are about as racist as Barack Obama is a constitutionalist. It's a bunch of bull. It's a perfect example of people telling the younger generation that they're not allowed to change the meaning of a word. See, they made the N word into something no more than dude or my man or something like that. And no, the socialist handlers that they have teaching them to be socialist, they decide they're going to re educate them and they're going to let them know no, that word is racist and you can't use that word because we say so. Anybody else see anything wrong with that? Because I sure as hell do. You know, this whole racism thing is a joke anyway. Let me ask you a question. Back in the 90s, in a country called Rwanda in Africa, there was these two tribes, the Hutu and the Tutsi, right? Ever heard of them? Well, for 100 days, the Hutu people took machetes and they would go out and they would hunt down the Tutsi people and they would chop them up with machetes. They would take the pregnant women and chop the babies out of their womb and then chop the baby up and then kill the mom and kill all the kids and let the dad watch it all before they killed him too. So let me ask you something. Did the Hutu kill the Tutsis because the Tutsis were blacker than they were? Let me ask you this. Did the Indian tribes back in the day, did they kill each other because they were redder than the other one was? Did the Chinese, have they been warring for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years with each other in between factions because their eyes are a little more slanted than somebody else's? Come on, people. They don't have any damn thing at all to do with it. And let me tell you something. If you're living in the inner city and you happen to be a black person and you blame me because of my skin color is the reason why that you can't get yourself up out of that stuff, well, let me tell you something, pal. You're lazy, you're good for nothing, you're never going to amount to anything, and you basically are a welfare bum. Because there's no excuse for you not to be able to get out of there, just like there's no excuse for me to be able to get out of there. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear your college is paid for, your books and stuff are paid for, they even pay for your cap and gown. I don't want to hear it. All right. The only problem that black people have in this country is they believe in their mind that they're at a disadvantage before they even start. And that's their mom and dad telling them that that's the way it is. Well, it's not the way it is. We all have an equal chance in this country. I understand that probably 50, 60 years ago, no, it wasn't the case. But this is 21st century, pal. And yes, it does happen. And anybody can get out of any situation they want to. All they got to do is work hard and be an American. It's real simple. You know, the stupidity of people is beyond comprehension. I mean, how, I hear about white privilege, white privilege, white privilege all the time. Well, let me ask you something. Well, where's my white privilege? Because I sure could use some of that about right now. Would I go to my Irish side to get that? Maybe the Scottish side? If you don't know where I'm going, if you don't know where I'm getting at, you need to do some research and do some history research because the Irish and the Scottish people were treated pretty much like black people were during slavery times here in the United States. And then I guess my other question would be, would my white privilege come from the Cherokee side? Or did we lose that on the Trail of Tears? You see what I'm saying? It's not. It's not white people keeping you down. I mean, who's the president of the United States right now? Walking all over our Constitution. They got nothing to do with color. Don't have anything to do with anything. What about the warlords over in Africa? What, do they hate the people because they're blacker than they are? I mean, come on, people. It's not. It is the criminal, corrupt government pitting us off against each other and blaming everything going on white people and letting everybody believe that. I mean, the problem is we have a bunch of criminals in charge of our government, and they are completely walking over everything that is America. And that's the problem. And they want to pin it off on white people. Well, guess what? There's a lot more demon-possessed devils out there than just whites. Oh yeah, we have some doozies in our group, that's for sure. But so do the rest of you. Should we mention Mao Zedong for just a second? Because, of course, he's Asian, so, oh, wait a minute. Asian. See, even I do it, Asian. What's that supposed? Is he Russian Asian, Indian Asian, Oriental Asian? Which is it? See, it's stupid. They even have us locked down. Even someone like myself that desires and seeks truth and even knows the truth and has been shown the truth, even I get caught up in the language control. It's bullshit. It needs to stop. Everybody stop fighting with each other. It's not black people's fault. It's not white people's fault. It's not Mexican or Hispanic people's fault. All right? Oh, excuse me, I know I'm racist because I said Mexican instead of Hispanic. Well, you know what? Screw you people. I'm not going to save my political talk or political correctness or not save it, but I'm not going to display it on here because that's not what this is about. It's about me being real and telling you how I feel. And not only telling you how I feel, but also telling you the truth. And all I'm asking you to do is look it up, check it out. See for yourself. I mean, was it white people that were selling the black people in Africa into slavery? No, it was white Europeans that were buying them. Who were selling them? Is it because they were blacker than someone else? Is that why they sold them into slavery? I mean, come on, people, wake up. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Let's fight the enemy. The enemy is not we, the people of the United States. The enemy is not Joe Blow American. The enemy is the people in charge of this country, our leaders. No, they're not our leaders. We, the people, are the leaders of this country. The people that are in office right now are nothing but a bunch of coward crooks that are trying to rape America even more than it already is, and now they're trying to slit America's throat so it can never come back. That's just like the fixed rigged elections that are going on right now. That's why they've got 42 different Republicans running, because they have plans to put a Democrat in the office, and mark my words and see, Hillary or Bernie or one of them guys there, they're also talking about putting in Joe Biden running with Elizabeth Warren. So if Hillary gets indicted, which she should, if it was any one of us, we'd already be under the jail. But they're high up. Is that her white privilege? Is that her black privilege? What is that? She likes black people so well. She's a member of the Dixie Mafia. Democrats love black people. That's where the KKK come from. But to hear the mainstream media tell you, oh no, the NRA came from the KKK. When in actuality, the Democratic Party came from the KKK. The Democratic Party was the KKK. And the NRA, the National Rifle Association, came along shortly after the slaves were freed. And they were white Northerns that came and taught black slaves, freed slaves, how to use firearms to protect themselves against the KKK. Now, you see, that's what I'm talking about. You just hear it on the news and you run with it, not knowing that the mainstream news gets their stories. Have you ever seen Good Morning Vietnam, that movie with Robin Williams? An excellent movie. You need to see it if you haven't. Because the two red-headed twins there that are standing there with their red markers as the news is coming out, and they're marking it out. They're marking out the stuff they don't want people to see. Well, that's exactly what goes on right today on your CNN, your Fox, your ABC, your MSNBC, whatever pile of garbage you listen to. So if you want to follow all that stuff and you want to start a race war in this country and let these people sit back and laugh at your stupidity, well, that's up to you. But all you're going to do is cause complete hell in this country like nothing you've ever seen. It will make Iraq and Afghanistan look silly, look like a walk in the park, look like a couple of kids playing in a sandbox. I promise you that's not what you want. You need to wake up, realize who the enemy is. It's not this color skin. It's the people that are in control of our government. It's time to wake up. It's time to do something. You guys stay safe. God bless America, and God bless Israel. Till next time, it's Desert Hillbilly. I'm out.